So congratulations on winning the Anne Ellis Award, Becca. You must be very proud of this award.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was completely and utterly overwhelmed when I received the email from Hockey Wales. And yeah, I feel extremely privileged to win the award. You know, I am very fond of Anne, and it was actually her niece, Ray Ellis, that got me involved in hockey at College Sydar when I was 17. So it really does, you know, mean a lot, and it means a lot to be recognised. And I feel very lucky, you know, with my hockey journey and the players I've worked with, you know, and the relationships I've built with those players. So, yeah, so, you know, I think it's a fantastic recognition for all the players that I've been able to manage through, you know, throughout their Wales player journeys.
Nice, yeah. And how did you celebrate? Obviously a little bit difficult under lockdown.
Yeah. So it was such a shock. So initially I phoned my parents to let them know, and because obviously they've been very supportive of everything I've done in hockey. And yeah, so that was it really. Ring my parents, and then you know I had a lot of lovely messages and FaceTime with the senior Wales women, which was lovely. So
nice, yeah. And what is your role? What does it entail?
So I am the senior women's programme manager. So that means I oversee and I'm team manager of the senior squad as well as the under-23 squad. So the under-23 squad will be under-23 in 1 year, and then obviously go to the under-21 events of the year, you know, that's calendared in. So yeah, so I oversee the programme, and you know, I'm that link between the sort of management team and the players, and I'm there to support, you know, the players to make sure that they've got the best performance journey with us at Hockey Wales.
Yeah. And you balance this role with working in a school. I can imagine that's quite busy at the moment. And how do you balance both roles?
Yeah, so I'm a PE teacher and head of year at Fitzallen High School, so that's my full-time job, and work for Hockey Wales alongside that. So it's just a lot about being organised and planning, and you know, making sure that I plan my time effectively, because sometimes I'll be, you know, at camp most weekends, where obviously and in school within the week. So it's just making sure that throughout the week evenings that I can make contact with the girls, and then, you know, plan my weekends appropriately. And also I'm very lucky with how supportive school is with, you know, the international hockey programme that I'm involved with.
Yeah, and you play for Whitchurch Saints as well, right? How much are you missing hockey under lockdown and looking forward to getting back into it?
Yeah, so I play for Whitchurch Saints, and I manage Cardiff and men's first team. So yeah, it's been a nice you know, break from hockey completely, but I am missing playing, and I'm looking forward to getting back, you know, on the hockey pitch myself, and also for the boys to get back playing, because with an excellent season in, you know, the new reformed North Division. So it'd be nice to get back to things when, you know, when we're getting back to a bit more normality, and obviously when it's safe to do so.
Yeah, nice. And am I right in saying that your school or college team didn't have a team until you set one up there?
Yeah, so back when I was 17 at College Sydar. So when I was in school, I started to play hockey at Glanamore Comprehensive School, and then I loved hockey, and I joined the local hockey club, which was Llanelli Hockey Club, and it was fantastic. There's a real hockey family there. All followed the you know, supported the Starlets rugby team. So Phil Bennett used to come and do our fitness sessions. You know, so we trained at the hockey pitch that was in College Sydar. So when I went to the college, after playing in school and playing for the club, I really wanted, you know, for the college team to continue. So I worked, you know, closely with Ray, and it was fantastic, you know, because I obviously knew players from Glanamore that would want to play throughout college, and the Welsh secondary school that was next door to College Sydar, Stolestradi, there was, you know, some players there, and I'm still friends, you know, with those girls now, and yeah, and it was lovely to form that team, and obviously with the support of Ray. You know, Ray played herself for Wales, and she was the Carmarthenshire Hockey Development Officer, and she was really keen to set that up as well. So without her support, we wouldn't have been able to do it. And, you know, she's a fantastic coach and just a fantastic person, really.
Oh, fantastic. And how did you get involved with Hockey Wales? You were spotted at Llanelli, was that right?
Yeah, so when I started to play for the college team, and Ray made me her captain, and just one day we were in the changing rooms, and we were talking about the game that we just played, and then Ray asked me would I be happy for her to nominate me to be a youth activator for Welsh hockey. So I said, yeah, fine, you know, I'll give anything a go. And so she put my name forward, and I became one of the Welsh hockey youth activators. So came up to the Sport Wales National Centre and had started to be involved with conferences. So from that, I was very lucky that out of the Welsh hockey youth activators, they chose 6 of us to be coaching activators, and it went from there really. You know, from the Welsh hockey youth activator programme, I was invited to represent Wales in Canada at the FIH World Youth Festival, where I became runner-up for my project that was looking ahead to the future. And it sort of really went from there then. And, you know, looking back now, to think Sport Wales would actually become my second home. And that, you know, one day I would live in Cardiff. And then I moved from Carmarthenshire, you know, sort of being involved with the coaching there to Sport Cardiff. And, you know, Ray was brilliant with that, because she put me in contact with Amanda Roberts and Dawn Mitchell, who was in Cardiff, so I could carry on with the coaching and everything, sort of foundations that I'd started internationally.
Yeah, awesome. How much have you enjoyed your time with Hockey Wales, and what sort of challenges have you faced during your time?
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed my time, and most probably me winning the Anne Ellis Award has made me think about it a lot during lockdown. You know, to think that 15 years I've been involved with Hockey Wales, and it started off, you know, through the development pathway, and you know, and then sort of progressed on through the coaching, and then me working with Andy Gowman at Welsh Hockey Academy. Yeah, it's, you know, I look back on the journey with immense pride. Yes, there are some difficulties across the way. You know, we're a sport that doesn't get as much funding, and you know, and we have to work really hard behind the scenes in order to make sure that we, you know, create the best possible performance and environment for our players. And I think that we do very well with that. So yeah, it's, you know, it's been a fantastic journey, and it's a family that I'm really proud to be part of.
Yeah, awesome. And you've done some quite cool stuff in your time. You carried the Olympic torch in Llanelli and met the Queen at the Commonwealth Games. How does this rank among such prestigious accolades?
Yeah, it's for me, you know, the Olympic torch was absolutely fantastic, and to do it in my hometown of Llanelli, I actually did 2 legs of it. So I actually, you know, ran 800 metres, and then I ended up where there was a little break in the journey. So I ran into my college, which actually was fantastic and meant an awful lot, especially because really that's where my journey had started with Ray at College Cedar in terms of Welsh hockey. So yeah, and it was obviously a pleasure to watch the Queen, and you know, and to meet the Queen. And actually at the same time I wanted to go and watch the Welsh girls in their opening match of the Glasgow Commonwealth Games, because obviously Wales were playing England. And for me, you know, it was a really special day, because I met the Queen, but obviously I saw a lot of the players that had come through the national age group setup, you know, having their first game at a Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. And I was very lucky to volunteer and be part of, you know, the volunteer team up there, but also to be with the girls as their team liaison officer. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, nice. And now you've won this award, do you feel more inspired to do even more?
It just, I still am overwhelmed by the award, and most probably, you know, everything. I've been very lucky and privileged to have done a lot with hockey, and you know, and to carry the torch, meet the Queen, and most probably for me that award has meant the most in terms of doing that. And I'll carry on doing exactly what I'm doing now. So I'm a trustee for Friends of Welsh Hockey charity, which is really important to me. And I've been working in lockdown, has given a perfect opportunity to you know, promote our charity on social media, but also as well we've been updating our website, which has been, you know, a really good opportunity to do that during this time. But, you know, it's been a fantastic 15 years, but, you know, this is just the start, really. I'm still, you know, relatively quite young, and want to continue in all my roles. So I'll play for as long as possible, continuing, and really looking forward to next season with Cardiff and Met first team, and continuing my role there. Obviously continuing my role with the senior women, and obviously, you know, increasing the charity work I'm doing with Friends of Welsh Hockey. So for me, it was, you know, yes, it has inspired me to carry on with all of my different roles, and just has really made me feel that, you know, how worthwhile doing all the different roles and juggling them, you know, really is.
Yeah, thanks. That's fantastic, Becca. Thanks for your time, and keep up the great work.